All right, so welcome everybody to the ACH Hypnotic Interview Masterclass. Before we get started, wow, we've got a lot of people, which is good. Usually the only time this many people show up is when I talk about mindset, which is crazy. All right, so for those who may have come from our email list, maybe joined our free programs, you wouldn't have done ACH yet, stick your hand up if you have not done ACH or MAC yet. Just let me know. Just want to see how many new people. All right, cool. Good. All right, perfect. So the only downside to this is a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about, you're going to think, what the hell is he talking about? That's just how it is. ACH stands for Advanced Conversational Hypnosis. We're going to be focusing on something called the hypnotic interview. I've allocated 2 hours to this, and we've got a worksheet that Fritz just posted, I think I just saw in the chat box. Please download that. Just click on it and download, because that's going to be the majority of our time today. I am going to be reading from my phone. I download it to my phone. That way I don't have to share my screen all the time. And like I said, we're going to be focusing on the first thing of any ACH interaction, which is the hypnotic interview. Now, if you haven't done ACH before, we don't do scripts. It's not language patterns. This is not timelines. It's not regressions, not any of that fluff. And now I say that to say that that's all a waste of time. We don't need that. The hypnotic interview being the most important part of any therapeutic, not hypnosis, I don't care about hypnosis, therapeutic interaction. Now, the purpose of the hypnotic interview is what everyone says, which is, I know that I have to find the root cause. Now, we call it an unconscious payoff. If you're at the ACH training, you know the difference between root cause and unconscious payoff. We use the hypnotic interview to find the unconscious payoff. Okay, long story short, when your client or you have a problem, the unconscious mind is still getting a payoff from that problem. And unless we reintroduce a new payoff that it agrees with, it will forever have that problem. That's the whole root cause thing. But a lot of people get this wrong when it comes to understanding root cause. If you've listened to any mentor say, all root causes are because of anxiety. All root causes are because of childhood trauma. All root causes are because of you're not enough, you weren't loved enough, inner child, all of that stuff. Now, why would going into a session, even regardless if you don't use ACH, why would going into a session believing that be one of the worst things you guys could do? And this will platform us into the worksheet, guys. Any ideas? Just sort of throw it out there.
You're given answers to things that you don't know.
Yeah, you're guessing. Who would believe that the reason you have a problem, although it might be similar to another client's problem, the reason you have it is totally different than another person? Who would believe that? Sure, we're all people, but who believes that everybody has different likes, dislikes? Who would believe that? Everybody is different, right? So you cannot categorize people as being all the same. All the same is Lisa sits down and she told me on the strategy call she has anxiety. And I go, perfect. I've got a script for that. I've got a timeline for that. I can do a regression because all anxiety comes from childhood trauma, and you have to do a regression with 3 scenes to hit childhood trauma. What have I now done as the therapist? Hypnotist, I don't care about. As the therapist, what have I now done?
Assumed.
I've assumed. And that doesn't work. Who's found themselves caught with a client thinking they knew what was going on, but it just goes completely pear-shaped. And you get caught. You get to the end of your script and go, okay, that didn't work. What's going on here? Okay. So the root cause, believe it or not, at a therapeutic point, and this is where one of the main standpoints for ACH, if you can find this unconscious payoff or root cause, you'll never have to do hypnosis again. Who likes the idea of that? You never have to deepen a client. You never have to learn language patterns. You never have to worry about regressions. You never have to worry about, what's another one? Past life regressions, inner child healing, all of this stuff. Okay. Now we're going to go through this worksheet and I'm going to explain to you why it would be important to think this way. Okay. So did everyone download the worksheet? You should have it accessed. Cool. All right.